Hello, we're back at it again with more Suikoden 2. The final Suikoden session until Yumiya drops sometime tomorrow. I don't remember when, but I believe it should be somewhere coming March 20th. They don't say a time when it drops, but we will be there. We will be there. Trying to see who else in my friends list bought this game. Anyway. Just pull up my own stream. Oh, I have so many tabs. One sec. Whoops. I should just straight up close Steam. Alright. Let's get started here. I got the turtle plans from the mobs that is in the Green Hill area, as well as the Lake West area. And then now we're just gonna continue with the Hicks and Tengar side quest. See how this couple is doing during the honeymoon. Tengar says, look, this is it. This must be the Kobold village. Hicks says, hold on, can't we just rest for a bit? Tengar says, what are you saying? Real men don't whine like that. Yeah, step up. Hicks says, it's just our bags are so heavy from all the souvenirs you bought. Tengar says, well, we might need some of that stuff for the test. Come on, let's go. Hicks says, wait up. Is he like the kind of boyfriend that, like, carries all of the stuff that his girlfriend buys whenever they go shopping? What are they doing here? I will save real quick because we have to re-roll. Save the 13. Yeah, we're gonna have to re-roll what shows up in the item shop here because there might be a recipe that pops up in the rare finds. Which has showed up, luckily. Hamburger! Hamburger! I don't think so. I don't think so. What you got? Alright. Nice. I didn't have to re-roll. They immediately had the rare finds immediately had the recipe that I was looking for. Alright, I guess we're just gonna continue with the side quest then. Tengar says this must be the village chief's house. You know what comes next, right, Hicks? This is where you take the test of the unicorn. Unicorn mentioned? Unicorn overlord? Hicks says, yeah, but do we really have to do this? Tengar says, of course you do. I want you to become a real man. Tengar says, but we came all this way. What's happening? The chief says, yes, I know, but... Hicks says, that's enough, Tengar. Let's forget this whole test. Tengar says, don't be silly. My unicorn will only appear in front of a noble warrior and a pure-hearted maiden. If you pass the test, it proves that you're a real warrior. Is she saying that she's a pure-hearted maiden? The chief says, so you say, but it's such an old custom that we don't do it any longer. Furthermore, the forest is very dangerous, even the villagers aren't allowed in. Tengar says, but... don't worry, these guys... I maxed out their weapons before we jumped into Suikoden 2, so it should be fine. They should be cracked. The village chief says, well, you did come all this way, so the least we can do is put you and your companions back there up. The least we can do is put you and your companions back there up for the night. Was good? Hicks says, well, I guess we can't refuse that offer. It'll feel good to finally take a load off. Those bags weigh a ton. Tengar says, why are you so tired? You were barely carrying anything. Keep that up and I'll never let you back in the warriors' village. I give up. The chief says, the warriors' village? We know all about the warriors' village. What's up? Hicks says, oh, Rio, was it? I'm sorry to drag you into this whole mess. She seems really angry, I say. Hicks says, Tengar, actually she's a very nice girl. Probably too nice, in fact. We were born in the warriors' village, and as is our custom, I have to go on a quest to complete my manhood ceremony and be recognized as a fully fledged member of the community. That's why Tengar is so fired up, because she wants me to become a great warrior. Hicks says, this isn't the first time I've had doubts whether I can ever become a warrior. I just can't find any joy in fighting. Yet if I say that to Tengar, I know that she'll get angry. Yeah, to be fair, she is the daughter of the chieftain. Wait, Hicks says, Tengar? Tengar! Wake up, Tengar! Oh, what's happening to her? What's happened? The chief says, well, you see, how did it go again? Is she throwing a tantrum? Tengar says, ahem! The chief says, huh? Oh yes, that's right. It's the curse of the unicorn. Hicks says, the curse of the unicorn? What's that? The chief says, it's a very terrible curse. It fell upon her because she spoke too freely of the test we had worked so hard to remove from memory. This girl will likely never open her eyes again. Wait, is this a bit? I think this is a bit. Hicks says, no, isn't there a cure? The chief says, a cure. How did it go again? Yeah, it's a bit he's asking her. The chief says, there's one way. You must bring the blue stone, the red flower, and the green bell to the unicorn's tree deep. The unicorn's tree deep within the forest. Hicks says, where can I find these items? Well, you're in luck. We have it. The chief says the blue stone is, yes, that's right. Word has it that it can be purchased at the general store in the south window. Hicks says, the south window general store? I'll go there at once. You will join me, right, Furio? Actually, I have it already. Yeah, sure, of course. Hicks says, we have to hurry. Wait for me, Tengar. Yeah, this is definitely a bit. Well, I guess we're benching, exertion room. Can I bench Clive right now? I could bench... I guess I could bench Clive right now. I'm expecting, like, Tengar to join. I already have it, I think. She's sleeping. You're playing. Wait, go back in there. Is she up? No, she's not up. Don't I have a water orb already, or is it just like... What's it? Oh, wait, no, it's in the general store. What level is Hicks? He's level 42. Somehow Mega's higher level. He's really fast. His attack is very low though. He's more of a caster. He has a lot of like rune slots. I could probably slap on some Wait, can I slap? Does he have affinities? I know Hicks, I know Flick has really good like affinities. Hicks has a C on earth and fire. C on earth, fire, and resurrection. Earth, fire, and resurrection. Do I want to slap that on him? I do have a resurrection orb. We could slap that on him for now. But we're not in a rush, so... Just wondering what his rune affinities are. It'd be faster if we go through if we go to Cuscus instead of headquarters, because that's like multiple screens. I'm kind of considering bringing Hicks along for Green Hill. Who can I bring? Oh wait, I can only bring like 3 characters, was it? Or 4 characters to Green Hill. So Hicks... We'll see. We'll see when we get there. Did I ever already recruit like Stallion? I think I did it offline. Oh, it's a kobold. It's a kobold. What's he doing here? The shopkeep says, "Hiya, welcome." Hicks says, "Do you have a blue stone?" The shopkeep says, "Huh? Already?" Yes, we have it right here. Hicks says, "Great. I'll pay, Rio. How much is it?" The lady says, let's see, how about 50 poch? No, 30 poch. Hicks says, "Huh? Really?" Okay, there you go. It's like pocket change, what? Hicks says, "Okay, that's 1 down. Let's hurry back to the chief of the kobold village." Man, it would be really nice if we had, like, If we had, like, Vicky, so I could, like, fuck. I don't have to take the boat every goddamn time. As we do these errands. Let's fight these. One sec. We got 3 times speed now. Nice. They barely give any experience. They're not worth my time. Which house was it again? The village chief's house? Tengar! What are you playing at? Hick says, here's the blue stone. This is the one, right? The chief says, that's it. Excellent work. Okay, next is a red flower. You can fight it. Oh, let's see. Tengar sneezed. The chief says, yes, now I remember. It blooms in the Cave of the Wind, south of Clarice Castle. Hick says, the Cave of the Wind, huh? Oh, they'll make me go through... Wait, did she just sneeze? Hick says, stay strong, Tengar. I swear that I will save you. Let's go, Rio. He's dragging me. Why is he dragging us? What are they playing at? What is Tengar playing at? Can't I just cross that river? It'd be faster that way. Let me through! Alright, the cave is actually closer to headquarters, so I'm gonna dock at the headquarters. Can I go through this river? Oh, never mind, it's blocked. Oh, I can't keep going. Never mind, it's blocked. Do. Where'd Richmond go? If I recall correctly, I sent him on an investigation and he never came back. Hopefully. Okay, it's just right there. Why is there a kobold here? Are they placing the items? They're placing the items for us to pick up. What are they doing? What are they playing at? There it is. It's just in the middle of... by the entrance. Hick says, there it is. This is it, right, Rio? This wasn't here before. Hick says, okay, we got the red flower now. We just need to find the green bell. What is Tengar playing at? One thing that I really love about this game is that you can see the characters moving around the castle. Like, sometimes Rena's just hanging out outside with her sister and Vulcan. And then sometimes she'll find her, like, chilling in the tavern. Where am I? I do not know my way around our headquarters. There we are. Oh, we got Hicks and like Tengar to join the army. I could get them to fight Necklord again. Just for the bit. I might actually have them stick around. I don't know when we're gonna fight Necklord, but I think I might keep them around. For fun. In case we like come up to Necklord eventually. But then there's like 2 other characters that are involved with Necklord, like Victor and Khan, was it? So that's gonna be like 4 people that needs to be in the party. Kind of like a lot of slots that are needed. We'll see. Wait, Tengar's up! Hicks says, here, the red flower. One sec. The chief says, oh, that was quick. Hicks says, yeah, now where can I find the green bell? The chief says, the green bell is in the sewers beneath Two River City. Good luck, young warrior. Thank you. Was she just out of her bed? I love that Rio's just kind of like playing as like a straight man here. Hicks says, okay, now is the... Next is the Two River Sewers. We need to hurry. Even though the way there. He's dragging our ass. Alright, well. It's over in the corner there. Not gonna worry about it. It's probably like the border. Probably the border going to Gregminster. I think Gregminster is to the south of everybody. Where the fuck is this? Is this in the boss room? Probably in the boss room. Can I fight these guys? I think it's in the boss room. Is it in the boss room? Well, I guess if we do spot it, Banshee Orb. I guess if we do spot it, then Hicks is gonna comment Banshee Orb. Drains allies' HP, recovers own HP. What? Is that a weapon? Drains allies' HP, recovers own HP. Interesting. Where do you get a prosperity orb in this game? Hey, let me look this up. Prosperity orb, Suika source. Is it the siren still? No. Not like it matters. Just let them go. They've got places to be. Hick says, Rio, I just heard a bell. Yeah, me too. Hick says the green bell must be nearby. Hick says, there it is. Hick says, alright, now I can save Tengar. We did it. We really did it. Rio, let's hurry back to Kobold Village. Okay. This is a long way back, I think. Might be faster if I just go through this way. What if she put her boyfriend up on like a scavenger hunt just for the bit, or is this related to her? Wait, can I leave here? Is there an exit here? Okay, thank God. Yeah, why'd she put up her boyfriend on like a scavenger hunt just for the bit, or is this related to his test? What exactly entails the warriors manhood test thing from the warriors village? Do they have to kill something? Kind of like the beginning of like 300, the movie with Russell Crowe. Was it Russell Crowe? I'm kind of curious what's in the south here. Let me just check. But it's just a village. I thought it'd be like a border Drake Mouth village. Okay, no, we're not. It's just a village. We don't have to be there yet. I don't think so. Alright, we've been doing a bunch of bullshit, so I'm just gonna save here. Tada, I'm home. Oh shit. When I was back at the headquarters, I should have taken the opportunity to just like offload some shit into my into our storage. Hick says, Tengar. Here, it's a green bell. Now we can... What? Tengar? Where is she? She's not in the bed? The village chief says, I'm sorry, brave warrior. She is gone. Hick says, where did she go? Probably to the Unicorn Woods. If you take all 3 items deep into the woods and face the unicorn, you should be able to reclaim her from the beast. Hick says, face the unicorn in the forest. The chief says, I've spoken with the guards at the entrance to the forest, but beware, young warrior, those woods are full of fearsome monsters. Know also that if you're not a noble warrior, the unicorn will take your life. Think carefully on this before you proceed. Okay, she's cooking up something. What's happening here? Was Tengar just like buying time to like set up whatever surprises she has for Hicks? Hicks says, I'll be okay. I must save Tengar. She's all that matters. Let's finish this, Rio. Imagine having such a... Imagine being... Wait, where should I go? There's monsters here. The guide is saying that I shouldn't open the first chest that I see. What do you mean? Is that the first chest that we see? It looks like I can get a recipe from the mobs here. One sec. Wonder if I could just like, if I should be farming for it. I haven't had any encounters yet though. Eagle Man, are these the guys? Okay, these are the guys that dropped the thingamabob. The recipe. No drops. Bah, it's not dropping. What's the chances of it dropping? We got a sandwich. We're all just a bunch of callers? What? Yeah, they are all just a bunch of callers, apparently. Who the hell? Mirage? One sec. One sec. I think I might have to relaunch the game. Alright, one sec. Forget the pretty girl comp. I could also just start slapping. I'm not seeing like a lot of damage out of Gadget, unlike Hana and Ulan, who shits out damage. So much damage that... Actually, one sec. Be right back real quick. Alright, back. Let's grab, like, a snack. While we go through the woods. I have to grind it out anyways, because I need to get, like, a recipe. I need to grind out the eagle dudes for a recipe. Place is a maze. And it's another collar. Alright, this better drop the goddamn recipe. Ah! I'm not getting this recipe at all. Ah, God damn it, I'm not getting any fucking drops here. It took Gadget's ass. It's not dropping at all. Do I even care for these recipes? I kinda do. Kind of a pain in the ass that they have to be a drop though. Ah, I won't drop. There we go, we got it. Fuck yes. Actually, completely forgot to gear up Hicks before we went off on an adventure. What did this guy drop? Does this guy drop anything? Kill him. Why did Tengar like place all these like collars in boxes? What is she cooking? Hick says to Tengar. Tengar says, "Wow, you made it all the way here. Good job. You ran around all over the place and traversed these woods all for my sake. You're already a great warrior in my eyes." Oh, is this how it works? Hick says, "Good job." Wait. How could you be so selfish? Did you fake this whole thing? Tengar says, "I'm sorry, Hicks." The chief says, "It's all because I heard you were from the Warriors Village." Cliff the Crusader, who founded the Warriors Village, is a legend even among my people. Hoping to be of service to a fledgling warrior from that very same village, I offered to assist this young lady. Hicks says, then what about the blue stone, the red flower, and the green bell? The chief says, ho 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 ho, why, I had the villagers pitch in by placing those items about. I haven't heard anyone speak of the test of the unicorn since I was a child. It's just an old fairy tale from a bygone years. A unicorn? The unicorn says, that will not do, O chief of the kobold village. What? It's an actual, real-life unicorn. Hicks says, a unicorn! Wah! The kobold villager says, yikes, it's a unicorn! He'll be eaten alive! They all ran off. The unicorn says, art thou a maiden? Uh-oh. Tengar says, what if I am? The unicorn says, then I shall take thee from here. Hicks says, you can't, Tengar is... What? The unicorn says, whilst thou persist. Hicks says, ulp. The unicorn says, whilst thou try to stop me. Tengar says, Hicks. Is this part of the bit? Hicks says, I probably can't win, and I probably won't ever be a warrior, but I will protect Tengar. I have sworn it on the sword. What? The unicorn says, noble warrior, pure-hearted maiden, I wish thee both good fortune. Oh, okay. I thought that was gonna be like a boss fight. Is the unicorn gonna show up again eventually? Tengar says, well, that was quite a surprise. The chief says, I never thought the unicorn would actually appear. Tengar says, but you did it, Hicks. You've been acknowledged as a warrior by the unicorn. Hicks says, yeah, now we can go back to the village. Tengar says, are you serious? After all the help Rio gave you, the least we can do is return the favor. Hicks says, huh? Oh, what? Tengar says, what I'm getting at is that Hicks and I, well, how about we join you? Sure, man, of course. Hicks says, what? But... Tengar says, come on, Hicks, get it together. Tengar says, Commander Rio, I, Tengar, and the warrior Hicks will join the Clarice army as representatives of the warriors' village. Thank you for having us. Hicks says, it's an honor, Commander. Tengar says, well, Commander, we'll go ahead to Clarice Castle. Come on, we're leaving. Actually, wait, don't leave me yet. Don't leave me yet, I have you in my party. Hicks says, wait for me, Tengar. Oh, wait, I need you. And Tengar. Manhood ceremony. You fucking really left? Fine. Alright. Now we can actually head over to Green Hill, I think. After I get this, whatever that's over here. The guide says it wants us to go back here to grab some stuff. Whoa, what the hell? should be another treasure chest here. Where is it? There it is. Alright, now we can actually proceed with the main story. I'm just gonna probably skip the dialogue until we get to Green Hill. You know what, I'm not gonna save here. Just gonna rest and then leave. Trying to see who I can bring. Alright. This time I'm actually gonna name Nanami Beth. At least this time she could be happy. She didn't like it when I named her Clarice in the previous stream. I'm just gonna skip through this dialogue, we've already seen it. There's a lot of dialogue. I wish they added, like, if this is gonna be a remaster with all of, like, modern day goddamn, like, quality of life features, I wish they added, skip cutscene. Because there's gonna be people like me that fuck something up, even while following a guide to the letter. Well, trying to follow the guide to the letter as best as I could. But sometimes I just fuck it up, so I wish it had this, like, I wish it had such features. Oh, I forgot. Oh, Tengar comes with an Earth rune. I'll bring Hex and Tengar so that they will have like a romantic high school life. Just for shits and giggles. And then we'll bring Hex, Tengar, Millie. Ah, no, I can only bring 3. One sec. Wait a minute, can't bring Gadget? I can't bring Gadget, I just realized. I thought I'd be able to bring Gadget since Gadget is like a non-human. And there's some like non-human characters here. We can bring the dog to the academy, but we can't bring Gadget? Well, shit. We don't have like an AoE Unite Attack. Actually, we do have an AoE Unite Attack here. Tengar has a level 11 weapon. Oh, she's huge. Yeah, we have an AoE comp here. If I bring Tengar, Millie, and Meg. They have an AoE Unite Attack. So I'll bring the 3 ladies with me. Does she still use the bow? Flick is buck naked. Alright, let's gear him up and then we can leave. What kind of runes do we have? Who has the highest attack on the ladies? Millie has the lowest. I guess I'll give Tengar the Fury rune, and then she can trigger the Unite Attack. Let's see, but yeah. First things first, let me gear up Flick and everybody else in the party. She actually kind of needs the blue ribbon. Yeah, okay, we're set for the most part. Ah, but Flick doesn't have a shield. One sec. I had the main Gosh that I picked up earlier. I could give it to have anything else? I should probably shove some shit into my inventory, into our storage. I still have no idea why Tengar left all those collars in the Unicorn Woods. Was it her that left those, or could it just be like, or was it like a bit? Was there a joke that went over my head when we were in the Unicorn Woods? Wish we had like a blacksmith and an armorer at home, so that I don't have to keep bouncing between like South Window City and Cuscus to change my equipment and change my runes. Alright, let's attach that on Tengar. She's angry. She's an angry lady. What's Earth Rune do anyways? Wizard Rune, Blue Gate Rune. Still can't slap the Blue Gate orb on anybody. Actually, what is Tengar's like affinities? Tengar. She has B affinities in... She's really well rounded, what? She has B affinities in Earth, Fire. Earth, Fire, and what's this? Resurrection. Let's give her Resurrection then. Let's give her Resurrection, yeah. What's Flick's like affinities? I think it's just Lightning Rune that he has affinities with. Yep, just Lightning Rune. Fine. We'll give you a Lightning Rune and then... He only fucks with Lightning Rune. Water Rune just for like... Since he has like 2 slots here, I guess he can do for like coverage. Healing coverage. Does Rio have affinities? Rio has C in everything. C in everything and Resurrection. B in Resurrection. He's actually really good. Maybe I could buy like... One sec. Buy a Lightning Orb for Rio. Slap that on him. Alright, do we got a rune on everyone? Yep, we got a rune on everyone. And they're all ideal runes too. Okay, cool. Let's go. We can finally leave. Actually, I need to slap a lightning rune on Flick's weapon. Wonder if the rune affinities affect, like, the rune that's slapped on their weapon. I wouldn't think so. I think the rune affinities are only, like, related to when they have to cast... For when they have to cast skills. Actually, wait. Let's get into a fight. I want to see the Unite attack with Sengar. The pretty girl's attack. Pretty girl attack. 0.5 damage to all enemies. How much damage does it do? Go, girls! Whoa, it does a lot of damage. Or maybe it's just because we're fighting like low-level enemies and the reason why it's doing so much damage. Better than Gadget. We're running these girls. Funny, yeah, this is a pretty solid comp. Yeah, the girls are out-damaging Gadget. Or it could be that we're just up against, like, low-level enemies here. What's also contributing is that Sengar is, like, in Fury mode. Yeah, Resurrection is pretty good on Sengar, apparently. Like, really good. Alright, let me just save right here. And we're ready to take off. Actually, wait. Let me just offload some shit more in the storage, and then I'll save again. I'm gonna keep the Blue Gate Orb on me. I don't need the Banshee Orb. I might keep the Wizard Orb on me, and then everything else, yeah, I think we can keep. Sacrificial Jizo, we don't need that. Oh hey, it's Victor being chillin'. Does he have anything to say about Flick? Alright, let's go. I would like to see Vicky soon. When can we recruit Vicky? I miss Vicky. If I recall correctly, she's supposed to be actually playable in this game, unlike in Suikoden 1, where she was just like mainly big and chillin' at home. Do we need her master too? Or do we only need like Vicky to get around? Alright, was there supposed to be a detour before I go to Green Hill? I don't think there is. Go to headquarters, yep. The equipment shop is now open. Okay. Oh, there was a guy back at headquarters, alright. First stop by the village. Okay, never mind. Forest Village. Yeah, headquarters, head to the command room for a scene, and then talk to Shu, and then get your team ready to infiltrate the academy, and then... Really unfortunate that I can't bring Hicks along. I was hoping that I could bring him along so that Sengar and him would have, like, a fun academy life. But I need to prioritize that I have AoE Unite attack available to me, like, at all times. Just for, like, comfort's sake. Just for, like... Just so we can make fights a lot faster. Sorry, Hicks. Wait, I didn't get to see how much damage it did. Alright, the equipment shop is open now. Why was it closed before? Check out this iron hammer I got here. Give it to a good blacksmith and well, he's gonna get even better. It can be yours for 2,000 poch. What do you say, kid? Sure. Buy the iron hammer. Alright, it's a deal, but don't forget, you gotta give it to a blacksmith, or else it ain't worth a squat. Thank you. Alright, now we can leave for Green Hill. And since we're here, I'm just gonna save here. Let the Holly boys go. Alright, how much damage does it do? Oh, really good damage, yeah. Alright, this time I'm gonna name the Nami Beth. But is this me? I'm pretty sure it's me. Okay, you can be Beth. This is a dialogue change if I does the dialogue change if I actually let her like name herself as Beth? Here, you shall be Beth, as you wish. Nanami says, right then, Beth it is, I won't forget, okay. I just rolled with whatever. It's pretty weird that, like, 0.5, yeah. So what I assume how Unite attacks work for the girls here is that it adds up all of their strengths, adds up all of their attacks, and then just halves it. Compared to, like, gadgets like 1.0 damage to all, 1 times damage to all enemies, it just takes his own attack stat. So if it's the case for the Unite attack with all 3 girls here, for the pretty girl attack, I guess it just adds up all of their attack stats. And then halves it, which is why it deals a lot more damage. I don't know. I'm just like wondering about how the calculations work. Alright. This is where we left off last night. I mean, before we realized that we're way off with the walkthrough. Alright, BRB real quick. Bing bing wahoo. Heyo, how's it going? Alright, let's actually get started here. Time to start our high school life. This is kind of like Cold Steel 1. Pretty good, pretty good. Good to hear. Working out some technical issues with Split Fiction. Oh yeah, I saw the stuttering that started happening towards the end there. Though, like, it seemed fine for the most part up until the end. Mr. Ikaboom had like audio issues. He installed it on HDD and not on an SD? Oh, I see. Yeah, that would really affect the loading times. Are we in Trista? Yes. That's pretty funny. This is the war game, and we're going to high school, which is also what kind of Cold Steel was. Yeah. Really seeing a lot of Trail's DNA in this game as well. Yeah, like the main protagonist in the first game was a bow staff user. Joey in this game was also a bow staff user. There's also like the whole adopted siblings thing going on with Nanami and Rio as well. People bring this up as something along with Trails too, really. I could really see a lot of the DNA, at least the OG for Otawara Rumano and Xenogears too. I've never had the opportunity to jump to know anything about Xenogears. Wonder who is the original inspiration. When did Otawara Rumano first came out? First game. When did it come out? 2002. Whoa. 4 years after Suikoden 2. I can see why. I can see why this game like exists in a lot of the DNA of RPGs. It's really fun. It's really has a lot of charm to it. For something that came out in 1998, it's kind of crazy. I think this game has been like better than the Final Fantasy, which was like significantly like more popular during the time. I think this game is like more well put together than even like Final Fantasy of that age. Trying to remember what else games were happening during that time, but I feel like this is up in the top. The guard says, "You've got some mouth on you. Is that any way to speak to someone whose foot you just stamped on?" Her name's Nina. Nina dayo. Nina says, well, don't look at me like that. You deserved it. The guard says, "Pipe down, little girl, or I won't be responsible for what I do, even if you are just a kid." Nina says, "Oh, and what's that supposed to mean? What are you gonna do, huh?" Oh. Scared. Is he related to Teresa? Kinda look the same. Flick says, "What's going on over there?" "Let's help her." Flick says, "Hey, we need to keep a low profile here." Nanami says, "That's a little brother I know. Never ignore a damsel in distress." there they go. The enabler. Flick says, "Don't egg him on, wait." The guard says, "Huh? And who the hell are you?" Nanami says, "No grown man is gonna harass a little girl while we're around." The guard says, "Harass? Who are you kidding? She's the one who started this." Nanami says, "Have it your way. Teach him a lesson." Nanami's like, "With this treasure I summon Rio. Beat his ass, Rio." The guard says, "Why won't anyone listen? I've had enough of this. So now what? You're gonna fight me, kid? What did you say your name was? Eli?" Oh yeah, I named Rio like my own name for the high school section. Flick says, stop right there. Picking on children like this is pathetic. The guard says, what? Are you mocking a Highland soldier? I hope you're prepared for what's coming to you. Flick says, you hope I'm prepared? You're the one who needs to be prepared, friend. Are you really ready to lose your head over this? Oh. Fine. It was a bit ungracious of me. I'll let you off the hook just this once. Scampers off. Flick says, smart move. Alright, let's go, Rio. I mean, Eli, Beth. What about Nina? We just leave her? Nina says, huh? Oh. Is she recruitable? She is definitely a recruitable. Is she related to Teresa, though? She looks like she is. Amelia at the reception desk. Seems like another recruitable. They even have school uniforms. Amelia. Amelia says, oh my new enrollees at this time of year? How unusual. Now let me see. Flick says they were held up a bit by the war. Amelia says, well, it does seem your papers are in order. Welcome to New Leaf Academy. We are very happy to have you. Allow me to give you a tour of the campus, by the way. Flick says, yes. Amelia says, these children, are they yours? Flick says, come on, get serious. I'm their escort, that's all. Amelia says, I see, of course. Now then, all students live in the dormitories at the west end of the campus. The first 2 weeks of schooling are orientation, during which time your attendant may stay at the lodging house east of here. Amelia says, remember, students that prove to be problematic during orientation will be expelled, so be on your best behavior. Yes, ma'am! Salute emoji. Oh wait, Tengar's commenting. Tengar says, yes, ma'am. Okay. Millie says. Meg says, yes, ma'am. Amelia says, my, what fine replies? Well, let's begin the tour. Now, if you'll just if you'll just follow me. Nanami says, I guess we're a little nervous. This being our first time at a school and all. Flick says, come on, hurry up or we'll be left behind. Our party's like... half made up of, like, characters from the first game. Who's that? Is that Jean? What's she doing here? Oh shit. She a baddie in this art style as well. Wait, she probably recognizes Flick. Jean says, ooh, hello there. She probably recognizes Flick and, like, half the party. Is this also recruitable? No. I'm just exploring. Oh, a blacksmith. Is this where we get our blacksmith? It looks like Jean is here, so eventually we're just gonna get her. Amelia says, down here we have the blacksmith, rune sage, and appraisal classrooms. You'll find trainees in each, so be sure to talk with them and hear what they have to say. Up on the second floor are the study halls. During orientation, you will have free run of the campus as you decide upon what you wish to study. Do you understand? Yes, ma'am. Who's that? Amelia says, oh, Sir Shin. Shin says, hmm? Amelia says, these are some new students and their escort. Shin says, I see. If you will excuse me. Seems like a busy dude. Wait, where have I seen him before? Flick says, who is he? Amelia says he is the attendant of Lady Teresa, our acting mayor, but she's been missing since the recent fighting. Oh yeah, I remember him now. He was at the summit. Flick says, missing, huh? Amelia says it's getting fairly late, so I suggest you get some rest after you explore the school a bit. I'll send word to the dormitory of your arrival. Well then, everyone, I must be going. I trust you will all be I will trust you will all become fine students at our academy. Flick says, alright, let's look around. We might be able to find some clues as to Teresa's whereabouts. Actually, you know what? Before I keep going, there's one thing that I forgot to grab. Some recipes. Oh shit. What's happening? Nina says, get ready. Oh my gosh, he was so cool. It's as if he was, like, fighting just for me. You heard that right. Fighting just for me. I wish you could have been there. The other girl says, sounds like to me you're getting the wrong impression again. Nina says, don't be silly. If you could have seen the way he smiled at me with those sweet, gentle eyes, you would have... Ah! What? Flick says, huh? Nina says, oh my gosh, it's him. This must be destiny. It's like a dream meeting you again, but why are you here? Did you come to see me? Flick says, who are you? Nina says, oh, forgive me. My name is Nina. And may I have my lord's name? Oh. Flick says, whoa, no, wait a minute. Nina says, see, this is him. I told you he was handsome, didn't I? The other girl says, I guess. Nanami says, hey, come on, Flick, we gotta go. Nina says, my lord is called Flick? What a wonderful name. If I may be so bold as to ask, whatever is my lord doing here? You couldn't really be here to see me? Flick says, we're just here to see the school. Nina says, then please let me be your guide. I know this school like the back of my hand. Shall we be off then, Sir Flick? Oh, Flick got abducted. Again. Nanami says, what was that? Tengar says, Flick sure is popular with the girls. Nanami says, what's the matter, Pilika? Nanami says, she looks tired. Let's go to the dorms and rest, Rio. Wait, can I go back to the... Oh, there's one thing I'm curious about. It's always Tengar that's, like, commenting. Is it because she's, like, the third slot? Is that how it works? Kind of reminded me how, Hey, yo, how's it going, crew? Kind of reminded me of how it worked, like, sometimes randomly, at, like, certain sections of the game in, like, Eiyuden Chronicles. Like, party members would, like, comment on, like, random shenanigans that we're doing in the story. I wonder if it's the same case here. Let me run it back real quick. Just I'm just very curious. How goes this game? It's great. One of the greatest games of the 90s, I would say. And I'm only, like, less than halfway through this game, I think. I can see why people are saying Suikoden 2 is, like... has high praises, specifically for Suikoden 2. I'm seeing it now. One sec. This is kind of going way back, unfortunately. I'm just curious. Like, who talks in what scenes? Is it completely determined by the party order? Though I do wish that since, I do wish that they'd have added, like, skip cutscenes. Because I love to run it back. It would have been pretty funny if I brought the dog with us. Okay, from before it was Tengar that spoke here in this part. Was it determined by the party order? Flick found a guy to envy him. Yep, it's completely determined by party order. Whoever talks in certain sections. I see. Let's see, which one was I at? Never heard of this game until recently. I guess it was pretty niche. When you think about 90s RPGs, you just think like... You just think like Final Fantasy. What else was there? Pokemon. Oh yeah, Chrono Trigger. I got the rare find. Let me just save real quick. Tempura recipe. I'm craving some tempura. Haven't had tempura in a while. I guess we're gonna recruit Jean eventually. We really need like an orb shop. Back at headquarters. What's that? Where's this old book? There's supposed to be an old book that I could pick up here. Head to the room on the northwest corner of the first floor. Check the bookshelf for old book volume 5. I checked it, it's not here. Hi, Jean, don't mean to intrude. Please join the army. Maybe it's in the second floor. This guide is lying to me. I would like to get my education, forget about this war. Fuck? Where am I? Wait a minute. Was I supposed to be able to buy... Fuck. Talk to a student in the rune class to the right. There's somebody that's... Oh! Heals HP with critical hit. Some interesting orbs here. I don't know where this old book is. Talk to Amelia at the top center of the first floor. Fucking what? Head to the room on the northwest corner of the first floor. We are on the first floor, right? Where is this goddamn book? Check the bookshelf for old book volume 5. This is the northwest corner of the room. Northwest corner of the first floor. Or unless it's in here. No? This guy is tripping balls. Or unless do I have it already? Oh, there it is. Oh. Yeah, it's the first half of this bookcase, I see. Amelia says, "Good day, what is it? Is there something you don't understand?" About that man named Shin. Amelia says, "You want to know about Sir Shin? Why, whatever for?" "We're searching for Teresa." Amelia says, "Oh my. Are you sure you should be telling me this? I knew you all were up to something. That person named Flick has been nosing around quite a bit. You know what? The truth is we're actually from the army." "Is it fine to tell her?" Amelia says, "The Clarice army, I see. I mean, she has a portrait, so she's recruitable." Amelia says, "Please find Lady Teresa. I know she's alive somewhere. Best of luck to you. I'll do whatever I can to help, I promise." "Don't worry, I'm on your side, okay?" I'm guessing she's gonna be the person that we're gonna be giving the old books to when she goes over to the headquarters. Alright, anything else to do? Okay, no further recruitables. Let me just make sure I don't miss anything. That's the lodgings for Flick. This is our actual... It really is just cold steel. "You must be the new students. Your rooms have been prepared. The boys' room is on the edge of the south wing on the second floor, and the girls' room is right next to that. Don't mix them up." Nanami says, "Ooh, let's go check them out." The lady says, "Listen up, children. There is to be no horseplay in the dorms. Furthermore, while we have cleaned your rooms today, from now on you will be expected to tidy up after yourselves. Well then, we will notify you once it's time for supper. So go home, get some rest until then." Nanami says, "Yes, ma'am." "Okay, let's go, Rio." I'm gonna explore. Do they have... This place sucks. They don't have the whatchamacallit. Nanami says, "I guess these are our rooms. Do you want to rest?" "Sure. Can I?" "Yeah, I'm tired." Nanami says, "Good call. We'll relax until it's time to eat. Let's go, Pilika. We're in the room next door." Just like 5 ladies. Four girls and 1 baby, 1 oomphy. Nanami says, "That was delicious. If this is what cafeteria food tastes like, I might have to become a real student here." Nina says, "Oh, it's you guys. I see. So you've become students here." "Sir Flick said that he was your escort?" Nanami says, "Hey, you're the..." Has she ever introduced us? I mean, has she ever introduced herself? I don't think she's ever introduced herself. Nanami says, "What?" Nina says, "Yep, no problem. We're okay. So, your name was Nanami, right?" Nanami says, "We're okay?" Nina says, "Yes, because I'm clearly much prettier than you. I don't need to worry about you stealing Sir Flick away from me." Nina says, "I'm sure we'll be good friends, Nanami." Huh? Why are you looking at me like that? Nina's kind of an asshole. Nanami says, "Good morning, Rio. Get up." Vohayo. Nanami says, "Come on, look alive." Nanami says, "Looks like Pilika's caught your sleepyhead syndrome." Come on, let's get the day started. Alright, what about everybody else in the party? How is Flick? Where is Flick? Who's that in bed? 5 more minutes. They're just like me. Where are the bathrooms in this place? Flick says, "Hey Rio, did you sleep well? Anyway, I don't have much time, so I'll keep this short. There's something going on with that Shin guy. I think he knows where Teresa is. I'll do some checking around on my end too, but you guys should track him down and see what you can get out of him. He may let his guard down since you're just kids. And another thing, don't be conspicuous. The academy seems safe enough, but the city is crawling with Highland troops lording all over the place. Well, see ya." He's running off. He's scared of Nina. Nanami says, "What's got him in such a rush?" Oh, there she goes. Nina's like, that's weird. I swear I just saw him. Hey Nanami, have you seen Sir Flick? Nanami says, huh? Who, me? Yeah, Flick went that way. Nina says, really? You wouldn't be lying to lead me away from my beloved Sir Flick, would you? Whatever, this way then. And here I made him this delicious boxed lunch. Oh no, why did you give... She betrayed Flick. Nanami says, yeah. Let's just go look for Shin, okay? Last time I saw him, he was... Wait, is that Amelia? Amelia says, good morning. Did you sleep well? By the way, will you be going into town? Please be careful if you do. There have been an awful lot of Highland soldiers wandering about since the morning. The academy seems to be safe. It's been cleared by the commander from Highland. Why, a person that employs such brutal tactics would leave the academy alone is beyond me. Hey, maybe Luca Blight is actually, like, pretty considerate of people's education. Where do we go? I'll just look around, I guess. Oh! It's Highland soldiers. Why are they blocking the way here? Teresa's supposed to be hiding in the sin somewhere. We'll tear up the floorboards to find her if we have to. Okay. Oh, yep. Nanami says, whoa, this doesn't look good. Let's go check it out. The innkeep says, please stop this, we've done nothing. The soldier says, quiet. We received information that Teresa's holed up in this building. The guard says, that's a lie. Who would say such a thing? The soldier says, our informant was a former soldier from Muse. To think he'd sell out an ally for a few coins. You people are pathetic. Who's talking right now? I have no idea who's talking right now, actually. Somebody's crying in that battle. Oh, Mary. That one lady. Nanami says, Rio. Let's help her. Nanami says, oh, wait, Rio. Who's that? Raud? Fucking Raud again? Whenever we have to go undercover, this asshole shows up. Raud says, are you gonna stand here in a daze all day? keep giving us trouble and I'll happily burn this place to the ground. The guard says, no, please. Who's that? Shin again. Shin says, Captain, what reason do you have to treat them like this? Raud says, reason? Isn't it obvious? You aren't telling me where Teresa is hidden. You're bringing this on yourselves. Shin says, when we surrendered, the Lord Commander of the Highland Army promised there would be no more violence. Raud says, yes, and if he hadn't made such a promise, we'd be torturing each and every one of you until you talked. I would still consider this peaceable if I were you. Shin says, damn. Raud says, alright, this bunch has turned out to be less than useless. Go and find the wench, quickly now. But let's not go setting any fires, otherwise the Lord Commander might have some choice words for me. Shin says, forgive me, though I know my apologies mean little and less. The guard says it's alright, as long as Lady Teresa survives. The innkeep says, would you listen to yourself? It's that kind of talk that got people reporting on us. If it weren't for that incompetent mayor. The guard says, would you stop? I'm sorry. Please pay her no mind. Well, goodbye. Is he the guard? Oh no, he's a chef. He's the cook. Shin says dot. He left off. He ran off. And Nanami says, oh no, there he goes. We've got to follow him. Are the soldiers still in the inn? Okay, they left. Where did he run off to? Did he go back to the academy? Nanami says, that's weird. Where could he have gone? And that battle everyone's talking about, what do you think happened? Nanami says, what should we do, Rio? Looks like Pilika's getting tired. Wanna head back to the dorms? Well, shit. Already? Nanami says, looks like we came up empty-handed. Wanna just rest until supper? Time for a snooze. Nanami says, see you in a while. Then Rio. Is there like a hidden passage in the academy? I think there might be a hidden passage in the academy. Nanami says, the food was great today too, huh? I had plenty of second helpings I couldn't resist. You should eat more, Rio. You're a growing boy. Nina says, oh, perfect timing. Hey, Nanami, can I ask you something? Nanami says, what is it? Nina says, do you know what Sir Flick likes to eat? I want to make him a really fantastic dinner. Nanami says, I'm not really sure, but maybe first start by getting some really healthy herbs? Then I guess just put your heart into it. Even if you mess it up, it's the thought that counts. Nina says, that's not a bad idea. Thanks, Nanami. Ta-ta for now. Oh, Nanami, I almost forgot. Don't make too much noise at night. If you start a pillow fight or something, you might catch the attention of the wandering ghost. Oh, she jumped. Nanami jumped. Wandering ghost? There's a ghost here? Nanami says, no way. There's no such thing as ghosts. Right, Rio? We control her. At the stroke of midnight. Nanami says, stop it. I'm not afraid of ghosts that don't even exist. Come on, Pilika. You don't have to be scared. Big sister Nanami will let you sleep in her bed. Whoa. Monkas? Nanami says, good morning. Did you sleep okay? Millie says, hey, was the ghost scary? Nanami says, what? I was just having a bad dream. Tengar says, Pilika, what do you think happened? Good. It's nice that the party's actually like weighing in on the situation. Millie says, where could have Flick gone? Oh. He's not here today. Is he okay? I haven't seen him lounging in the lodgings. Pretty peaceful at the inn today. What happened to Flick? I was hoping we get some scenes like of the crew actually getting some education. Be pretty funny. Nina says, "Hey, it's nothing big. It's nothing big, but I was looking for you. Where is Flick?" Nanami says, just a second, there's something I have to ask you first. Nina says, I was actually looking for you too, so nice timing. Anyway, you go first. Nanami says, okay. Nina, well, is it true? Nina says, is what true? Nina says, oh, do you mean the wandering ghost? Nanami says, yeah. Nina's laughing. No, you didn't really believe that old rumor, did you? Nanami says, it's not true? Nina says, of course not. Oh, but a lot of kids have been seeing weird shadows and stuff at night lately. Maybe there's some truth to it after all? Is it Flick? Nanami says, no way. Nina says, but more importantly, Nanami, how could you? I thought you were my friend. Nanami says, what? Nina says, don't play dumb with me. I was hanging around Sir Flick's place yesterday, and I overheard that he has someone he loves. Someone who's always with him. Oh, Odessa. The sword. Nanami says, what do you mean? Don't tell me. Nina says, I won't give up. It's me versus you, Nanami. Oh. Nanami says, what? Why? Really? I never thought... Rio says, isn't this all just a misunderstanding? I'll just say... Yeah. Nanami says, huh? So you think so too? Aha, is she jealous? Millie says, okay, fine, but where's Flick? Has it just been, like, Millie this entire time who's been, like, commenting? Oh, there he is. Flick says, yo, sorry about that. Getting here without Nita spotting me took longer than expected. Huh, is something the matter? Nanami says, Nina is... Oh, guess we're telling him the whole story. Flick says, oh man, why me? Don't worry though, Nanami, I'm not interested in children. What? I hope so, Flick. Nanami says, thank goodness. Nanami says, wait a second, children? Flick says, alright, let's head for town. I got instructions yesterday. We're to meet up with Fitcher. Finally, we got Flick back. I'd fucking hope so, Flick. He's kind of a widower. Alright, where to next? Go outside with Flick, okay. What? What's happening? What's haps? Oh shit, they caught Fitcher? The man says, you're the one who ratted us out. I just know it. The other man says, yeah, look at you slinking around. All suspicious, like. Fitcher says, no, I'm no traitor. The man says, you can't fool us. Your Muse accent is a dead giveaway. You're with those other bastards from Muse. Fitcher says, please stop. I had nothing to do with any of that. Uh-oh. Nanami says, what should we do? Flick says, Rio, you guys wait here. I'll handle this. Flick says, hey, what's the fuss? Did this guy do something? The man says, never seen you around before. Get out of here, stranger. Flick says, well, yeah, I am a stranger here, so I don't know the whole situation, but aren't Green Hill and Muse fighting on the same side? The man says, you don't know anything. If it weren't for those weasels from Muse, none of this would have ever happened. They stabbed us in the back, betrayed us to the enemy. And now we've got one of those bastards right here. Fitcher says, kind traveler, please help me. Flick says, a traitor, eh? Selling out one's allies certainly isn't the type of thing you'd let go unpunished. The man says, yeah, exactly. Looks like you understand after all. Fitcher says, oh no, why me? Flick says, for a crime so grave, a lynching would be letting him off too easy. So how about we just hack off his head? Here, I'll lend you my sword. The man says, what? Flick says, come on, don't hold back. I thought you hated him. Am I wrong? Vibe check. The man says, yeah, but... Flick says, then what about you? The man says, no, I'm fine. Flick says, ha, where's your backbone? Guess I'll just have to do it. Ah! Yeah. Good bluff from Flick. Melly says, the bad man ran off, huh, Bonaparty? Tengar says, that was pretty awesome, Flick. Flick says, hey, Fitcher, how long do you plan on staying like that? Fitcher says, please spare me. Huh? What's this? I'm alive? Flick says, I see. So you've found no trace of Teresa. Fitcher says no, but I'm almost certain she's hiding somewhere nearby. Flick says, well, Rio, looks like it's back to gathering information at the academy for us. Fitcher, you see what you can to find out, but be more careful this time. Fitcher says, no, I'm not going through anything like that little scene we just had ever again. Oh, I almost forgot. The general that brought Green Hill down is coming back here in 2 or 3 days. They say he's quite the cunning individual, so I'd stay on my toes if I were you. It's fucking Joey, dude. We're gonna have to square up with Joey. Nanami says, so, looks like we got no leads, huh? We've got no leads. Okay, all the villagers went back. Nina says, ah, Nanami, you're horrible. Are you standing between me and Sir Flick again? Nanami says, what? Flick says, I'll let you handle this, Rio. He runs off. Nina says, no, wait, Sir Flick. Why do you run from true love? You needn't be so shy. Nanami says, that really wore me out. Maybe it's best if we head back to our rooms, huh, Rio? It's always Flick that gets put into these situations, unfortunately. He's a chick magnet. How many has it been? Trying to recall, it's been like Kimberly. No, there's been way too many. Nanami says, hey, what do you think today's supper will be? I can't wait. Maybe I can get the cooks to give me some pointers? I think that would be a good idea, we say. Nanami says, you think so too, Rio? Wait, are you implying something? Nanami says, Pilika, are you looking forward to supper too? Nanami says, oh, and I can't stand spinach. Nanami says, it's okay. I ate it all like a big girl. Hey, what's happening? Oh, it's Nina. Nina says, aha, there you are, Nanami. You outplayed me this afternoon, but our duel is just beginning. Nanami says, duel? Duel. Rio says, I think you've got it all wrong. Let's say. Nina says, all wrong? I get it. You're interested in me. Well, I'm sorry. My heart belongs to another. He is brave, strong, kind, and resolute. Yet still looks so young when he smiles. We're already gone. Aired. Nina says, huh? What? Nanami says, well then, good night. Tengar says, I wonder if we'll see the ghost. Nanami says, we're okay, right, Pilika? Meg's laughing. Kinda wish I brought, like, Hicks. Nanami says, Rio. The wandering ghost is Teresa. I'm kinda slow on the uptake here. Nanami says, did you hear that? Did you hear that creak? Nanami says, hey, come on, Rio. Go take a look. Make sure it's not a ghost. Wait, this kind of reminds me of the meme where it's like... Wait, let me look this up. I can't find it. There's like this meme where it's like, when you're a guy, but then, so they send you off to check something out, but then you get scared too. I don't know how to word this meme. Oh, it's such a specific meme. I can't find it. It's a pretty funny one. Anyway. Yeah, I know I'm a guy and all, but I get scared too, you know. Ooh, a ghost. Nanami says, you're awful, Rio. Don't leave us here. Nanami says, nope, you aren't leaving us. We're coming too. What? Is that Fitcher? That's not Fitcher. That has to be Teresa or Shin. I think that might be Shin. Nanami says, what? What? Huh? That's no ghost. It must be a cat or something. Lily says, wow, what could it be? Change formation. Are we gonna be coming up on a fight? It's got the highest defenses. Meg is stupid thick. What? Put her up in the front. Who's there? Who's there? What? Nanami says, no, nope. I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything. Nothing's there. Wait, I want to see how... light snoring. The one guy over there was having, like, dreams about Amelia. Anyways, where'd he run off to? What? There he is again. He went downstairs. Nanami says, you don't think the ghost could have gone into our rooms, do you? Chase after him, quick! Oh, he went downstairs. Nanami says, nope, nope. I couldn't see anything, nothing's there. She said the same thing before. Where'd they go? You're cornered now! Secret passageway, I bet. Nanami says, yeah, no, 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 now it's gone, what's happening? Let's go back, Rio, we're leaving, come on, hurry, hurry. I'm betting it's like... Oh, there it is, what the hell? Nanami says, hold on. Huh? What is this? Meg says, I knew there was some trick here. Are there enemies here? Wait a minute. I recognize this place. This is back in the academy, is it? What? Yeah, this is back into the academy. Nanami says, there it is. Alright, now that I know it's not a ghost, it's mine. Time for some payback for scaring me. Meg says, ... What do you notice, Meg? Oh, it's fucking Flick. That's Flick's silhouette. Nanami says, listen, once I give the signal, we'll all rush in and grab it. Meg says, Nanami's finally come back. Nanami says, forget about that. Now get ready and go. Ah! Meg says, take that and that. He says, gotcha. Nanami says, oh, you, who is it anyway? Flick says, cut it out, all of you. Tengar says, oh, it's Flick. Nanami says, wait, what? Oh, I get it. You've been wandering around night after night like a ghost. But why would you do that? Flick says, who's been acting like a ghost? I've been tailing that guy Shin. There's something really suspicious about him. He's a slippery one. Though that's to be expected since the Highland troops also have their eyes on him. I figured he's got to be doing whatever he does at night, so I'd been watching and waiting, and I just spotted him. I tailed him all the way here. Nanami says, and then we caught you. Flick says, damn it. Meg says, is it? Is it? Let's go. I want to see what this ghost looks like. Flick says he's got to be over there. Over here. Flick rejoins the party. Nice. Put you up in the front here. Center spot. Yeah, this particular area have always looked like a secret passageway. Meg says, huh? Nanami says, no, wait, could it really be a ghost? Flick says, of course not. There's gotta be some kind of mechanism somewhere. Let's search for it, Rio. Search the bust. Why did everybody just, like, face the wall? Tengar says, Rio, are you searching in earnest? Meg says, that's funny. I could swear there's some contraption around here somewhere. Something special. Millie says, hey, Bonaparty, do you know where it is? No? Wait, Pilica? Nanami says, what if it really is, no way, I know it's just a bunch of nonsense. Hey, Flick. Flick says there's gotta be something around here somewhere. Obviously, it's this bust. Nanami says, Rio, you're so smart. That's my little brother. Flick says, hey, let's go. Wait, there's a person outside. Sus. There's a guy standing outside on the side here. What are they doing? It's locked. At night. Maybe they forgot to, like, remove the NPC. From, like, the day and night cycle. Or maybe he's just having, like, a nice walk. Nice midnight stroll. What's that do? Repel magic for all allies, 20% for 3 turns. Chance. Oh, there's enemies here. Alright, girls, go. Pretty girl attack. Oh, they don't give a lot of experience. Okay, I'm just gonna ignore them. Unless they drop something nice. What does the guide say? The guide does not say anything. Yeah, because sometimes the monsters drop like recipes. We want to get as many of those as we could. Fuck it, I'm just gonna ignore them. Flick says, what's that? Looks pretty suspicious to me. What is? Oh. Nanami says it's gotta be the ghost's haunted shack? Tengar says, I don't believe it. Flick says, anyway, let's check it out. What? Hello. Shin says, I knew it would be discovered eventually. However, my lady requires a bit more time here. Flick says, hey, wait, we're... Shin says, don't waste your breath. You're finished, ghost! We're on your side. Shin says, I cannot consider you allies as your identities remain shrouded. Forgive me, but I cannot let you leave here alive. Flick says, damn, you're a stubborn one. Are you after a fight? You'll find us very different from those Highland soldiers. Shin says, with my blade tarantula in hand, I have nothing to fear. From anyone. Flick says, if we're talking about reasons not to lose, we have him too, buddy. Wait, we don't have to be doing this. Nami says, no. Oh, Pelika started crying. Shin says, a child. Why? There she is, Teresa. She related to Nina? I don't think so. I thought they looked, like, similar. They're both blonde girls, but they have, like, different colored eyes. They might not be related. Teresa says, Shin, please, that's enough. Shin says, my lady, but these people... Teresa says, there's been enough fighting. I beg you, Shin. Please stop. Flick says, no, hold on. We haven't come to capture you. I'm Flick of the Clarice Army, and this is our commander, Rio. Teresa says, the Clarice Army. Oh yeah, that's us. Teresa says, I shall take your word that you are truly from the Clarice army. Shin says, my lady. Teresa says, if they were members of the Highland army, they wouldn't need to go to such lengths to lie, Shin. Rio, why did you sneak past the Highland army just to see me? We are here to rescue you. Teresa says, you came to save me? Why? Flick says, why? Our army military strength is still fairly small. Even with the aid of the Two River, we aren't in a position to wage war against Highland's main army. That's why we need your help, Lady Teresa. Teresa says, my help? No, what you seek is Greenhill's help. Teresa says, forgive me, Rio, but I'm afraid I cannot help you. Why not? Can I ask why? Teresa says that I abandoned my citizens and fled here alone. I no longer have the right to call myself acting mayor of Greenhill, and I don't want anything like that battle to happen ever again. It became clear that Highland was coming for Greenhill, and the entire city found itself pressed to prepare for battle. Teresa says, all of the soldiers from Muse taken captive by Highland were set free and came to Greenhill. At first, everyone rejoiced without knowing the true meaning of the soldiers' arrival. Teresa says, Highland had returned the weapons and armor they confiscated from the Muse soldiers. While some were suspicious, most of the citizens assumed that the Highland general wanted a fair fight. More than anything, the addition of the troops from Muse more than doubled our military might, and this was an invaluable boost of morale for our dejected citizens. Before long, the Highland army appeared, and we were all prepared for battle, however. They just suited up and switched. Teresa says, once the Highland army surrounded Greenhill, they made no move to attack. Teresa says the soldiers from Muse may have doubled our forces, but quickly depleted our already meager food supply. Soon enough, the soldiers and the citizens were at odds over the dwindling provisions. The Greenhill citizens thought the food was for the entire city, but the Muse soldiers believed it was for those doing the fighting. And so, the Muse soldiers rebelled and took the food storage by force, throwing the city into chaos. It seems obvious now that Highland must have given the Muse soldiers back their weapons for just this purpose. And then we lost to the Highland army without ever having even fought them. That's crazy. That's like some tactics that I would pull off in like war. That's like the tactics that you could pull off in like Warband. The siege. Just hold them off in a siege until their food supplies are gone. You could send like... Warband was a really cool game. You could just like send like people in to like infiltrate the cities and then just like burn off their entire like food supplies. Was it like a base game feature or was it like a mod? I don't remember. This game is giving me that Warband itch for some reason. That reason, I mean. Teresa says, and that is the whole of it. Former comrades in arms, killing each other over a few scraps of food. All that remained in us was distrust for each other. And I, as acting mayor of Greenhill, could not prevent any of it. Teresa says, forgive me. I can't help you, Rio. Please just go. Shin says, excuse me, but we need you to leave Greenhill as soon as possible. And I'm not saying I distrust you, but if the Highland Army discovers Lady Teresa's whereabouts, I will cut you down. Flick says, quit it with the threats. Your name's Shin, right? What's your plan? You can't hide here forever. Shin says you must remain here for the time being. Then, once my lady has steeled herself, just leaves. Nanami says, gosh, looks like all our work finding Teresa was for nothing. Flick says, yeah, a complete waste of time. Rio, let's leave Green Hill tomorrow. Tengar says, so we're saying goodbye to this school. Millie says, school was fun. Nanami says, morning Rio, so today we say bye to this school, huh? It was fun, kind of. And the food was delicious. Tengar says it's better than getting caught by the Highland Army, don't you think? Okay, I can just leave. Or not. Before you leave the academy, before you leave Green Hill, head into the academy and sharpen the weapons of the blacksmith class. Oh, fuck! Flick says, make sure you didn't forget anything. We won't be back here anytime soon, you know? Wait a minute. How about Jean? We're leaving without Jean. Jean, please join the army. I need an orb shop. Get some upgrades while we're here. Level 8 weapons. We're kind of caught up to Meg. We're caught up to Meg. Not in levels though. Just the weapon levels. Could I not upgrade Flick's weapon? Oh wait, no, he's Flick. I maxed him out before we moved before I switched. I maxed out his weapon in Suikoden 1, so it should carry over in this game. Let's see. Alright, I'm ready. Could I not upgrade? Flick says, did you have to go buy a souvenir or something? It's time we got on the road, huh? Okay. Tengar says, Flick, don't you want to say goodbye to that girl, Nina? Flick says, ha, that's real funny. But now that you mention it, I haven't seen her since this morning. Not like it's any of my business, though. Come on, let's get moving. What level is his weapon? Yeah, he's level 10. What the hell is happening out here? Oh, fuck, it's Raud. Nanami says, wait, what's this? Flick says, what the? Raud says, alright, listen up. This is an official proclamation from Luca Blight, Prince of Highland. 20,000 poch and the right of Highland citizenship will be awarded to whomever captures Teresa, former acting mayor of Green Hill. The man says, liar, or the crowd says, I guess. Somebody in the crowd says, that's right. How can we trust a nation that's already broken their promises? Yeah! Flick says a cash reward and immunity. It's only a matter of time before someone comes forward. Nanami says, what is it, Pilika? Nanami says, no, that's a lie, it has to be. What happens? What happened? Raud says, such insolence. You're saying you can't trust me? Oh fuck, it's Joey! Joey says, citizens of Green Hill, please listen to what I have to say. The parties responsible for yesterday's illegal interrogations have been brought forth and are already being punished. This is a formal offer from Prince Luca Blight of Highland. I swear on my own life that our promises will be kept. The man says, really? Joey says, there is, however, one condition. Teresa must be delivered alive. No reward will be given for a corpse. The guy in the back says, 20,000 potch. Nanami says, why? What is Joey doing here? Nanami says, ah, Pilika. No, Pilika. Wait! This is why I can't stand kids. We can't be found out. Flick says, but... well, shit. Raud says, what the? Who's this little girl? Oh no! Raud says, it's you. Nanami says, why are you here? Hi, Joey. Raud says, hey, get them, they're... Fitcher says, hey, you people, capture them, spies. They're all spies. There will be rewards if you catch them. Wait, Fitcher's in the crowd somewhere, instigating. Raud says, damn it, get them, now! Out of the way, you fools! Joey says, Rio. Who's that? It's Kolgan. Kolgan says, that's the leader of the Carice army, isn't it? The one that defeated Kiba at Two River? Seed says, shouldn't we be going after them, Commander? Joey says, Raud will take care of it, we'll leave it to him. Seed says, gotcha. Kolgan says, Teresa though, not even what she said earlier will save her life. Joey says, no, I suppose not. Over there! Oh. Flick says, damn. Well. Prepare for trouble. We have the pretty girls attacked. Easy. Flick says, this is bad. There's bound to be tons of Highland soldiers at the gate. Meg says, let's escape through that secret path. Flick says, good thinking. In light of this development, we've got to take Teresa with us, even if it means forcing her to go. As if we would ever believe a promise. As if we would ever believe a promise from the Highland army. Quick. What? We could just defend. Let the girls do their thing. Yeah, pretty girl attack is really strong in this game. Uh-oh, we're still getting chased. Yeah, these girls are kind of strong. They even have so much, like, slots. Rune slots. They have a crazy Unite attack and they have like 1,000,000 rune slots. Rune skills. Millie says, I don't think the Highland troops will follow us this far. Meg says, what's wrong? Nanami says, why would Joey... Flick says, the clever individual that Commander Fisher mentioned. It must have been Joey. I just can't believe it though. Joey? An officer in the Highland Army? Where did he get his, like, tactical genius from? He wasn't that smart. Does he have, like, his own tactician? Okay, one sec. Joey's, like, suddenly smart ever since he got, like, the rune or something. We've kind of been, like, relying on Shu for the most part for, like, tactic shenanigans. How did Joey suddenly get, like, a power-up? We gotta get you out of here. Okay, so they are siblings. Siblings or, I don't know, maybe related. Nina says, so come on, you've gotta run in. Nina says, oh, Sir Flick, what are you doing here? Hey, does that mean you've been following me? Flick says, hey, wait, how did you know of this place? Shin says, Nina has been helping us. Whenever we needed supplies, she would be the one to get them for us. I am afraid I stand out too much. Nina says, so Sir Flick, what brings you here? Flick says, we came to get Lady Teresa and make our escape. The situation has changed and I hate to say this, but if you refuse this time, we're gonna have to use force. Teresa says, Nina has already informed me of what is happening. Nanami says, so then, let's just get out of here. If we stay here, we'll be found in no time. Teresa says, no, I will not run. I will not be the cause of more suffering for my people. Once they have captured me, Highland's oppression of Green Hill will end. That is all I can do for my city now. You're gonna kill you, dude. Nina says, but wait a minute. Teresa says, now Rio, if you will excuse me. I am sorry. I could not be of any help to you. Flick says, wait, do you really think we can let you do that? I'm sorry, but... Teresa says, if you interfere, I will take my own life. Flick says, damn it. Shin says, my lady, I shall accompany you. Teresa says, then, please bear witness to my final moments. Well, shit. Flick says, why is she so intent on dying? Without life, there's nothing. What? Nina says, no, I won't let her die. Lady Teresa, she did so much. Fought so hard for us. We all knew the food storage, storages were low, and yet, even then, she didn't abandon the soldiers from use. I can't stand by and watch someone with such a kind heart die. Nina, no! Flick says, hey. Nanami says, there may be something we can do. Let's hurry, Rio. Chase after them. No, I'm fucking leaving. I'm fucking leaving. I don't know about you guys. Situation is Fubar. We go back to the city. We're fucked. Amelia's not here. Did she leave? Ruh-roh. Raud says, so finally decided to turn yourself in, eh? How good of you to do so of your own accord. And so polite too, ha 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 ha. Alright, seize them. Raud says, what's this? You mean to interfere? Shin says, you will never lay your filthy hands on Lady Teresa. Teresa says, Shin, what do you think you're doing? Please stop. After all, the House of Weissmail is no more, so I am no longer acting mayor. You have no reason to do this. Raud says, I don't know what's going on, and I don't care if they resist. Take them by force. Nanami says, we gotta do something, Brio. Let's go help. Raud says, aha, so the fools return. Perfect timing, take them all. We're simply lucky here that there aren't more of them. Teresa says, no, please, stop fighting. Flick says, are you crazy? What? We're gonna call it a night. See ya. Alright, have a great night. And a good night's sleep. See you later. Teresa says, I beg of you, I don't want to be held responsible for more trouble. Nina says, what are you talking about? Trouble? Trouble for who? What? Whole gang pulled up. Raud says, what the? You? Nina says, get out of my way. The soldiers got out of her way, for sure, for sure. Teresa says, Nina, are they not siblings? They're not related. I thought they'd be related. Nina says, no, you can't let them take you. Teresa says, but once they have me, everyone will be... Nina says, you think that'll make us happy? Lady Teresa, please. Believe in us the same way we believed in you. Fought for you. We all suffered from that battle because we lost... because we led Green Hill to defeat with our own hands. And now if you let you hand yourself over to the Highland Army, the citizens of Green Hill will suffer again. Even if we lose this battle, this city, there's something more important that we must not lose. Please, Lady Teresa, don't make us lose that too. The man says, everyone, protect Lady Teresa. Protect our mayor. Teresa says, you all really? The soldier says, yeah, the people of Green Hill took us in. Let's return the favor. Don't sully the name of Muse any further. Raud says, damn you. Lady Teresa, you're the one and only mayor of Green Hill. Please get yourself to safety. Yes, and someday please come back to retake this city. Teresa says, thank you. I'm not worthy of all this. The man says, what are you talking about? We believe in you. Never forget that. Teresa says, I understand. And you have my word. I will take back Green Hill for you. I will walk its streets again. I will feel this breeze upon my skin again. And my lips will once again call this town's name. So please wait for me. I will return. The man says, of course. Come back and chase the Highland Army out. Flick says, alright, here comes their main force. Run! The villager says, okay everyone, let's buy them some time. Teresa says, citizens of Green Hill, I promise I will return. Wait, Nina's staying behind. Nina! Nina's locked in. I like her now. She was being like a weirdo this entire time up until that point. Flick says they're probably creating some sort of diversion, but it won't last long. Hurry, Rio. Teresa says, please. Shin says, I'll go ahead and clear the way. Thanks, Shin. Teresa convoy. What? Here they come. Go, pretty girls. I thought Shin cleared the way. Well, we're getting ganked by soldiers. Shin says, Godspeed, my lady. Raud says, come now, are you in that much of a hurry? Oh shit, they caught up. Raud says, they were able to slow us down without even any proper weapons. But I'm afraid this is as far as you can go. You can't escape. Nanami says, hey, no fair, you're awful. Raud says, what are you talking about? Do you know how much trouble you've caused me? This time I'm sending you to the gallows. Teresa says, Shin! Shin says, fear not, I will not let them pass, my lady. Teresa says, I will not allow this. If you die... Shin says, my loyalty lies not with the mayor of Green Hill, nor with the house of Wisemail, but with you, Lady Teresa. Teresa says, don't start with this now. What? Flick says, I'll take care of her. I swear on the name of my blade that I will keep her safe. He fucking knocked her out. Shin says, thank you. Flick says, let's go, Rio. Raud says, hey, they're getting away. After them now. Shin says, I cannot let you do that. By my blade, Tarantula, and the skills ingrained within me, you shall not pass. What? That's such a lame name for like a weapon. Flick hits women? Excuse me? My goat would never. Oh, there's stuff here. What? Heals HP, dark resistance. Oh. Wait, Flick has balloon status on him. What the fuck? It doesn't go away after battle? Oh no, he has balloon status. Can we heal that off, or can we pop it somehow? Pop it, okay. Healing Flick pops it. Hitting Flick with a water orb pops it. I thought balloon status goes away after battle. That's how it worked in Suikoden 1, I think. Chimera orb. Transfer statuses to ally. Wait. Teresa's awake now. Nanami says, looks like we got away. Flick says, for now, but we can't let our guard down until we get to Clarice Castle. These lands are still controlled by Highland. Nanami says, Pilica. Oh, Joey? Is this the only escape route, or is he just, like, coming to talk with us? And Joey says, Rio, Nanami. What's up, man? Hey. Joey says, Rio, I give you this advice as a friend. Renounce leadership of the Clarice army and run somewhere far away. Millie says, huh? What? What are you saying? What do you mean? Joey says, the victor in this war is already decided. Anything you do now is in vain. You will only be prolonging the suffering. Meg says, that's so selfish. Joey says, I will not allow Luca to have his way with the Highland or the city-states. Nanami says, then... Joey says, you don't need to fight, Rio. I can't just run away, I say. Pilica's crying. She can almost say Joey again. Joey says, Rio, you should start running. Flick says, pursuers. Rio, run. Nanami says, Joey, what is this? This has to be a lie. I don't believe it. Joey, my Joey, our Joey. He'd never follow orders from Luca Blight. It's all a lie. This is where our paths diverge, Nanami. Let's go. Nanami says, no, I won't go. We're finally here with Joey again. He's paved his own path. Alone. Joey says, farewell, Rio. He's made his own bed. Flick says, looks like we made it, but we can't rest easy just yet. Let's hurry to Clarice Castle, Rio. Teresa says, someday, I promise. Yeah, it could be that Joey's just playing the long con here. We'll get him back eventually. He's playing a long con here with Luca. Against Luca. Raud says, well, if it isn't the Lord Commander. Say, did you see a few rats come running this way? Surely they passed through here. Joey says, I haven't seen anything. Yeah, he's still in there. He still loves us. Yeah, he's playing a long con here. I don't know how long this con is supposed to be, but we'll get him back eventually. Raud says, oh, I see. And here one of my men swore he saw them take this very path. Commander or not, you're still nothing but a new recruit to me. The king himself asked me to keep an eye on you. Did you know that? What do you suppose he'd say if I gave him this little piece of information? Raud says, now step aside, would you? Kolgan says, wait, Raud. Raud and Seed pull through. Seed says, we were here too and nobody suspicious came through. Raud says, what are you saying? Kolgan says, we'd hate to see you make a false report out of jealousy because a former subordinate is now your commanding officer. Seed says, that's right. We're witnesses. Kolgan says, you know, there's still quite a riot going on in Green Hill. Shouldn't you get yourself down there and stop it? Raud says, damn it all. Hey, let's go. Joey says, why? Seed says, because we love Highland. It's a wonderful country. Kolgan says, we can't stand idly by and let it be destroyed. The only thing Luca Blight will bring about is ruin, and that is not our intention. Seed says, who wants to be left with nothing but scorched earth after the war is over? Kolgan says, Joey Atreides, commander of the 4th Army of the Kingdom of Highland, we pledge our loyalty to you. Seed says, we know your goal. Please use us to that end. Oh, we're gonna get these guys too? Kolgan and Seed. Joey says, your brave decision will not be in vain. Thank you. Interesting. This new overworld music. Is this guy recruitable yet? Fine. Where the fuck is Vicky, dude? We're more than halfway through all of the recruitable characters. And we still don't have Vicky. Jean all of a sudden just pops up randomly in like Two River orb shop. Hey man. She's still a baddie. Jean says, hee hee, it's been a long time, Rio. This is my real profession. Will you, join us? Why is Rio stuttering? I mean, I get it. I too would be fumbling around my words around Jean. Jean says, join you? As one of your companions? Why, I'd be delighted. She playable? Jean says, now then, I'll have to ask Yuri to take over the shop for me. Who's Yuri? Warrior orb, strength up, protection half. That sounds crazy. Oh, Millie has a head slot now. What can I slap? Summoning magic, forehead only. Pale Gate Rune. What does that do? What does Strength and Dex do in Suikoden? Strength, Suikoden. I've never looked this up. What do the stats mean? Suikoden, what does that mean? How about Dex? What does Dex do? Fucking what? Nobody explains what... Nobody online has explains what Dex does. What does Dex mean? Dex meaning none of the sources. What does dexterity actually do? Is hit chance. Dexterity is hit chance. I could just keep jacking up Tengar, make her like stupidly strong. Let's see, just for the bit. Though Tengar has like crazy affinity with the resurrection rune, but for now this could increase like our... essentially increase our damage whenever the group of girls uses the Unite attack. No, take it back. She wants the resurrection rune. She has so many like skill slots. I could probably just slap that warrior orb on somebody else. Who though? What does a fire rune do? Oh, big damage. Holy shit, she doesn't need the fire rune. Give Millie the warrior orb. Hopefully this boosts their Unite attack. We can check the numbers after. But yeah, for now we're just gonna head back to base. Wait, there's some recruitables. Recruitable in the Kobold Village, okay. Oh, this person? Yuzu. It's Oomphy. Yuzu says I'm in big trouble, big trouble. What am I gonna do? What's wrong? We ask. Yuzu says, I ran all this way with Granddaddy's sheep, see? But then the sheep, they went into the woods and now I'm in trouble. Want me to find them for you? Yuzu says, what? Really? Thank you, mister. Where? Yuzu says, the sheep ran that way? I'll wait right here. You gotta help me, mister. Why'd you run off in the first place? Where? Oh. Oh. I gotta grab it. I caught the sheep. Come here. I thought he'd run away from me. Actually, no, they're pretty good. They're pretty easy to catch. Yuzu says, thanks, you're the coolest, mister. Okay. Yuzu says, I'm still in trouble. The sheep went into the woods because they were hungry. I don't know where Granddaddy is, and I need to take the sheep somewhere safe. Hey man, take them to my place, yeah. Yuzu says, really? I can take them to your place? Without Granddaddy, I didn't know what to do. Thank you, mister. Her pop-ups is probably a recruitable, but where are they? Yuzu says, let's see, Clarice Castle? Yeah, I think I know where that is. Let's go, sheep. You're gonna get plenty of food soon. Yep, we even got like a whole farm going on. We also have some space for farm animals. Alright, now I can head back to headquarters. And we still haven't found Vicky. Where the hell is Vicky? A chick? A healthy baby chick. I picked it up. Put that on the farm. Isn't it in my inventory? That's hilarious. We are now Majima pirates. Just randomly picking up farm animals in the middle of nowhere. We even have a boat. Is it actually in our inventory? It is. How do we put farm animals on the farm? He's riding the sheep. Did the theme over the headquarters change as well? Shu says, excellent work, Commander Rio. And you must be a Lady Teresa. Welcome to Clarice Castle. Teresa says, I am, and thank you. But I would like to be alone right now. I need some time to think. Shin says, my lady. Teresa says, Shin, you're safe. Fitcher says, we were able to escape together while the city was in an uproar. Luckily, Green Hill has many secret paths. Teresa says, you're alive. Oh, thank goodness. Flick says, Fitcher, I'm impressed. Getting Shin out of there was quite an accomplishment. Fitcher says, oh, it wasn't just Shin that I helped. Nina says, Sir Flick! Wah. Poor Flick. Sir Flick, I thought that by coming here I might be a nuisance to you. But I couldn't help it. I simply have to be by your side. You're my destiny. That's why I followed you here. I'm not a nuisance to you, right? Oh, that reminds me. I made dinner for you. Hurry, hurry. Your soup is getting cold. Poor Flick. Do your best, Flick. She says, please rest well, Commander. Okay. Yeah, parties probably get disbanded. I wonder who's gonna be brought along for the next arc. Hi, Nanami. Nanami says, oh, Rio. Can't you sleep? Come on, back to bed. What if you get sick? What? Wait, get me out of here. Fine, I'll go to bed. Bedge. Luca says, so you actually managed to take Green Hill. That means you're not all talk? I like that. Joey says, thank you, my lord. Luca says, well, I'll keep my word as well. Tell me what you want. And Joey says, yes, my lord. I wish for your sister, Princess Julia, to be my wife. Oh? Luca says, Julia? Wahahaha, why you cheeky little mouse? You've got brass, I'll give you that. Maybe I should remove your head from your shoulders with this blade? Joey says, I know that my lord is not a man who gives his word lightly. Besides, I have an idea. Luca says, an idea? Out with it then. But know that if I don't like it, I really will lop off your head this time. Joey says, I'm afraid this isn't the place, my lord, if you catch my meaning. Luca says, yes, I understand. Come to my quarters later and tell me this idea of yours, and it had better be worth the wait. Joey says, as you wish, my lord. Nanami says, good morning, Rio. There's another meeting today, so Victor and Shu are already waiting for you in the Great Hall. Okay. Wait, you're not coming with? Nanami says, it's easier to relax with everything so quiet, huh? Sure is. Ominous tidings ahead. Hey gang, what's up? Shu says, good day, Commander Rio. It seems everyone is here. Victor says, I don't see Flick. What? There he is. Flick says, sorry, I got held up. Victor says, where were you? Flirting with little Nina? Flick says, this ain't no joke, I'm not flirting with her. She took my bandana and washed it. It took me all morning to find it, damn it. Victor says, wahahaha, man, you guys are practically married. Felix says, you'll pay for that, Victor. But more importantly, Shu, what's this meeting about? My goat Victor is fucking washed. I'm starting to see more of Trails. Trails DNA in this game. With those fucked up jokes. Shu says, are you ready, Commander? Well then, I'll begin. Of the 5 cities and 1 knightdom in the Joustin Alliance, South Window has been raised. Raised? I was just there yesterday. While Muse and Green Hill are under enemy control, somehow we've managed to protect Two River, but Tinto is still shutting itself inside its own domain. Thus, I believe we should forge ties with the only Alliance member left, the Knightdom of Matilda. Their military is on par with that of Muse, so if we're able to join forces with them, we'll be able to attack the enemy on 2 fronts. Don't you agree, Commander? Yeah, you say. You just do your thing there. I'll just follow whatever you say, Mr. Shu. Shu says Green Hill is still occupied by Highland, so we'll need to travel to Matilda in small groups so as to avoid detection. Commander Rio, please decide who you wish to accompany you. Can I just bring whoever the hell? I can bring whoever the hell. Okay, we're bringing the usual then. Nanami, of course. Clive, I guess. Needs to be brought here. And the usual, the pretty girls comp. My AoEs. Tengar, Millie, and... what was it? Meg? Okay, I'm set. Clive is kind of behind, but it's okay. Pretty funny that Meg has more, like, defenses than Clive. Let's put her up in the front. Fitcher says, the Knights of Matilda have been notified of her plans. Please head north of Green Hill and use the hidden path through the forest. There should be an escort awaiting you once you arrive in Matilda. Shu says, be very careful, Commander Rio. Your life is not just your own now. Be a minute escort. That's Matilda. North of Green Hill and use the hidden path through the forest. Okay. North of Green Hill. Flick says, Matilda, huh? Remember what happened during the battle for Muse? What do you mean by that? What happened? Oh, Teresa, right. Let's say hi to Teresa. Teresa says, take good care, Rio. Fitcher says, Gordio is, well, he is what he is. Oh, the headquarters is fucking, like, annoying to my ears. Onyo. Where can I change my comps? Right, at the tavern. Wait, let me see. What happened to Richmond? He's kind of just like disappeared off the face of the planet for some fucking reason. I just sent him off on like an investigation and then he never came back. But he shouldn't playable. Weird. Is he still around? What star is he? He's a Chiyu star. Where are the Chiyu stars? His ass is not the Chiyu star. Where is... There he is. Where the fuck is he? He's just disappeared off the face of the fucking planet. He's supposed to be standing around here. Or does he just... I think he switches places too. He probably switches places around just like the rest of everybody else in the army. Kind of annoying. I need him for investigations and shit. No, the headquarters music is so fucking annoying now. When did they change it? Let me see. Do I have any armor upgrades for the party? Okay, there might be a bunch of like housekeeping to do here since this is a new section. Is there? There is. There isn't. What weapon does Tengar use? A knife. A throwing knife. I thought she used the bow in the previous game. They changed it? Ah, there's a bunch of grinding that I need to do for the next area. What time is it? Ah, still have some time. Alright, hopefully Vicky's coming up soon. Vicky is coming up soon! Tears in my eyes. It has taken so long to get her. Having no fast travel has been killing me. Like, see this fucking distance that I'm taking? Just to get back to Green Hill? I need Vicky, now! It's like 3 screens to get out of, like... To go through, what's this place called again? Two Rivers. North of Green Hill, they said. Here? This looks like north of Green Hill. Yeah. Nanami says, this is the forest Fitcher told us about? That means the Matilda Kingdom is just ahead. Nanami says, hey, are the knights like that cool guy we met in Muse? Cool guy? Nanami says, what? Seriously? Are you jealous? Don't worry, Rio. Maybe one day you'll be cool too. Oh, they let us through. Are we in good terms with the Matilda? Who's that? Somebody's up there. Yeah. The strength up that I slapped on Millie is giving her more strength. Giving her more damage. Overall more damage to work with for their Unite attack. His name's Badio. Batty? His name's Batty? He doesn't say anything else besides ... but I wonder what he needs. Not even sure if they're giving, like, experience, but I'm killing them anyways. What? These guys look funny. They look like the little helpers from Harvest Moon. They look like the little the helpers from Harvest Moon, Friends of Mineral Town. They give a lot of money. Oh, I do need to fight these guys. Apparently they drop, like, something good. Recipe. They drop a recipe. They won't give me a recipe. We would be here for a while if I want to grind that out. Dragon armor. Plus 30 defense. Who can wear it? Clive can wear it. But he's in the back line. He's living comfortably. He's living a comfortable life in the back lines. Wow, Vicky! She's prettier in this game. A lot of characters got a glow up in this game. I hear she's actually playable. I think she's playable too. Vicky, pretty. Vicky, my beloved, now we can teleport around. Vicky says, oh, huh? What the? Where am I? Where'd my meal go? Vicky says, "Hey, where am I? What? The city-states of Joustin? How strange. Can I even make it back? Hey, I'm a little lost. Do you think I could stay at your place for a little while?" A cute girl like you, of course. You can hit on her? Damn. Vicky says, "Huh? What? Come again? A cute lichen?" She's got hearing problems. Damn. Rio has no riz, apparently. Noticeable riz. Vicky says, "I'll just take that as a yes, okay? So, where's your house?" "I live in a castle." Vicky has joined you. Vicky says, "Okay, that's pretty close. I should be alright. Here goes." Yeah! What? She's back. Vicky says, "Oh yeah, I forgot. What's your name?" Rio says, "Okay, I'm Vicky. I specialize in blinking magic. Basically, I teleport things. Nice to meet you." "Well, I'll blink on over to your place, or should we stick together?" Together sounds good. Can I teleport back here? Vicky says, "Okay, sure." Oh, Vicky has joined the party. Clive, get the fuck out of here. She's short-ranged? The hell? Since when? Vicky says, "Okay, I'll be off then." Yeah. Vicky says, "Yay, it worked." Vicky says, "Huh, wait. This isn't what you meant?" Oops. Oh, it's okay though. I'll teleport you wherever you want to go. She's just gonna be posted up there. Want to teleport somewhere? Yep. Teleport us to the forest path, Green Hill Metzelda. Actually, I kind of want to see how she works. Oh, she left. She left the party. At her back. Can Jean fight? Interesting. Vicky can fight now. She has insane luck stat. What? Anyways, we're gonna be bringing Clive along for now. What does a blinking rune do, though? Does she have any, like, unite attacks? Vicky. Vicky unite attacks. She does. She does have one. With the tentacle recruit. Tentacle monster recruit. What? What did Suikoden mean by that? Say that again? Alright. You know what? I think I might just continue tomorrow. I think this is good progress for now. Actually, no, we're not continuing it tomorrow. Tomorrow, Yumiya drops. Goodbye, Suikoden 2. It's been fun. Salute emoji. I'll see you whenever again, Suikoden 2, whenever Yumiya... Either when I finished Yumiya, or I could just turn into a variety gamer. But yeah, that'll be it for me for tonight. I'm back to work tomorrow, so I'm gonna sleep. For all the friends to drop by, thank you very much. Hope you all have a great evening. GG's. See you later.